Hi guys, Lookfuck here and welcome to another FIFA 20 player review, and today guys going to be reviewing the 89 rated Barcelona striker Luis Suarez. This was another player that I was able to back at the start of FIFA 20, which is absolutely insane. One of my favourite all-time players, and probably still my favourite player that currently isn't a Liverpool player right now. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame he's been given a bit of a decrease for FIFA 20. I believe he was a 91 rated in FIFA 19, and I think although his 89 rated card for this FIFA still looks pretty decent, some of his stats, obviously pace is a bit of a decrease in. Some of his dribbling stats aren't necessarily too good, in particular his balance and agility, but apart from that, he still looks pretty awesome, and he currently goes for around about 100,000 coins on the Xbox market. And then in the 5 games that I played with Suarez, he scored me 2 goals and got me 3 assists, and he does have a 4-star big faults as well as 3-star skill moves. Moving along into his in-game stats, his main standout stats will be his 92 positioning, his 91 finishing, as well as his 86 strength, and finally his 92 reactions. There will also be reviews for Isco and Morales later on today as well, and then later on tonight there'll also be the second episode of the First Owner Road to Glory, which I'm really enjoying doing as well, by the way, and a lot of you seem to enjoy it as well, which is also pretty awesome. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a negative review, unfortunately. I don't think he suits this FIFA very well, Suarez, and I think it's evident in his price. I think if he was a much more quicker striker, and although I had the whole chemistry style, which increases his pace into the low 80s, or, well, it increases his acceleration into the 80s, I think if he was even quicker, though, because from playing FIFA 20 early on, pace seems to be pretty important this year in your attack. Because if you've got a good player that's got good pace and you get past the defenders literally don't have any chance catching up. The problem with Suarez is he doesn't have the pace to outpace players, and that's a big problem. But we will talk about the part I did like to him. It's just going to be his passing, to be honest, guys. 3 assists in 5 games, that's a good return. He's got decent passing stats, 82 short passing, 82 vision, 86 curve. They're good stats for a striker, obviously, so he can link up well. I had him playing with the likes of Aspas, Morales, Isco and stuff, so he linked up with those fairly well, but that's as far as it goes in terms of the pros of this card. I wouldn't even see his, even his strength. He's got like 91 strength with the Hawk chemistry style. He didn't feel strong whatsoever. The amount of time he got bullied off the ball was just unreal. It was so bad, and I know how to be able to use strength properly in FIFA, but Suarez just felt way off, and I mean way off when it came to a lot of his stats and what they say they're on the cards. They're just not that good at all. His finishing, very poor. I'm going to be reviewing Morales later, the 82 rated Levante striker. Genuinely a much better card than the Suarez card. Suarez is just not built for this FIFA. EA haven't been able to, although he's got some decent stats, they haven't been able to transition that properly into playing him in online gameplay because he's just well off. Cards like Rebic going to be just as good as Suarez, and they're going to cost like 10 times, a decrease in price than what Suarez goes for. For me, my big issue with him was that he was so sluggish. He lacked in pace, he lacked in his agility and dribbling. Some people may say, well, why didn't you put a chemistry onto his agility and balance? I still don't think it would have helped because he just lacked in pace so much. Even with my whole chem style, putting a bit of extra pace onto him, he just lacked in pace big time. His strength, as I mentioned, wasn't good enough. He wasn't good in the air. His finishing at times was a bit average. Some of his goals were pretty nice, but for the most time he'd ever hit the woodwork. He'd make saves straight at the keeper. Maybe that's my fault, who knows, but I wouldn't say this card's very much built for this FIFA whatsoever, and I think a lot of people are going to agree with me on that one. I don't like to give negative reviews, and I certainly don't like to give a negative review for Luis Suarez, but even in FIFA 19 when I used him, he didn't feel great. The last time I used Suarez in FIFA and he actually felt really good was either FIFA 16 or FIFA 17, but since then he's been a bit of a difficult card. Certainly his gold cards have been very difficult to use, and it was just the exact same with this card. He just didn't play well. I'm not going to sit here and lie, obviously I'm going to tell the truth, on my player reviews, and this is a card that I would just stay way clear from. If you're looking for strikers to go for in La Liga, go for the likes of Morales and go for the likes of Inaki Williams. They are much better players than the Suarez card. Maybe after a few informs, if Suarez gets those, he's going to be a bit of a better player, but based on his gold cards, well off what he needs to be. And if you're going to go and buy him, you would, in my opinion anyway, you would definitely be wasting your coins. But anyway, guys, that is going to finish this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.